So yeah, the meta sucks right now, so let me tell you how I would fix the meta. And this is more of a wish list and a prediction, so Konami would realistically probably not do what I want them to do. First is tachon. I believe no tachon cards need to be hit, because those cards themselves are actually pretty bad, and the only big problem is actually the skill. So just remove the effect in the skill where it lets you search a dragon from your deck, and also remove the part where it adds the counter trap to your hand. So just remove those two lines, and make it so that the skill only summons a guy for free, and grabs the rank up magic, and yeah, that basically fixes everything. I mean, the deck will probably still be playable, and it might still be kind of relevant, but there will be a lot better decks than this one. Okay, next is Shiranui. Ban this card. I don't care how they do it. They can limit both like Shade and this trap to 1, or I don't know, maybe limit Skill Saga and the trap to 1. I don't care. Just make it so that I never see this card ever again. This card is annoying. It might not win you the game on its own, but it's annoying. It's like a infinite recursion of hallowed life barriers, and that card is toxic AF, and this card is basically that, but you can do it every single turn. So how is this still in the game? Just remove this card. Don't let me see this card ever again. Next is a skill. So yeah, the deck is largely carried by the broken search effect of a skill, so just remove that. So make it so that the skill only gives you the spectral sword in the graveyard and then lets you banish the synchros. Remove the effect where it lets you pitch a card and add any shiranui card. That's really strong. So if you remove that, that not only makes the deck less consistent, and also makes the deck not able to just use the effect of Spectral Sword immediately as the first thing they do. They will need to find a way to get a monster in the graveyard, which your opponent can probably do something to stop that from happening. So yeah, that's basically it for the two big ones. Let's have a look at some of the lesser decks that are not as good right now, just because they are not as good as the two biggest decks in the format. Mayakashi, just limit this guy to 1. That will probably solve everything, because it limits the amount of extension the deck can make, and also if you banish this card, you just stop them from using this card ever again. So yeah, it still is probably fine. I wouldn't touch this deck. But 10 years might be a bit too good, so maybe I will just put this to 2, so they can't play both Circle and Vessel, so that limits their consistency. But yeah, other than that, it's pretty okay. So yeah, that's basically it. I'm fine with most other decks. I think like Jubel is fine. It's gonna be annoying, but it's, you know, not that big of an issue in my opinion. But yeah, that's basically it for what I want Konami to do, which they probably won't. So yeah, thanks for watching, and goodbye.